and welcome to my channel. My name is Udolena and every Sunday there is a new video here on topics like marketing and my favorite books and courses. Today I'm going to talk about how to create a really working, functioning marketing plan for you. Thanks for joining today. Welcome all the new 50 subscribers that joined over last week. Please subscribe to this channel if you're new here. There will be new video every Sunday. I work for Google, however, everything that I'm sharing on this channel is my own personal opinion, personal experience, and perceptions about marketing. So today I want to talk about how to create a functioning, well-working marketing plan. This is the beginning, the stepping stone of starting actually a business. A lot of businesses that I see, they focus a lot on the product, they focus a lot on execution, which is absolutely important, but having a marketing plan is much more than that. Step 1. Come with a target market. Not everybody is your customer, and even though marketers keep repeating this, you see people targeting everybody, targeting all the women, all the men, the whole country. This is not how it works. You have to have an idea about who your ideal customer is. You have to have a persona in mind, which is very important when you're thinking about your marketing efforts. Think of how this person looks like. Maybe there are several different personas which are going to be interested in several of your products or services, but visualize them, have them in mind, think about where they spend their time, how they work, what is important for them. Is it the quality, is it the service, is it the speed, is it a certain location, is it availability online? And all these factors are going to be included in the rest of the steps of designing your plan. Step number 2, this is the messaging. When it comes to the messaging, a lot of businesses are stuck, or they just repeat kind of cliches or old patterns, or they just simply list all the services and everything that they offer into one ad. You have seen this kind of ads with bullet points. We offer this and this and this and this, even though all these services could be actually targeted to completely different personas. So someone who is, for example, looking for wedding photographer is not necessarily going to look for corporate photography, if you're an example of a photographer. So you want to separate these services and to target the right customer with the right message. This is why step 1 is so important. Where you have your target audience well thought through, you can now craft a message that will actually appeal to each of the segments of your audience. Think about creating an elevator pitch. Don't bore people. Have a very structured, very quick message which can be explained very easily and would communicate the right solution for the pain of this particular user. I think one of the most important part is not to be overly speaking too much or being too complex. And complicated language can draw customers away. So especially if you're a niche where you have a lot of specialization and a lot of terminology, try to avoid that as much as possible in your elevator pitch. Step number 3, this is where PPC, advertising, SEO, email, all these things, all these marketing tools come in. Think about the strategy. What are you going to use in order to acquire customers and to draw attention? One big mistake is that businesses are actually kind of pushing to get their name out there as if there is some kind of mystical place where all the good customers live. But you have to be very strategic, especially if you have a small budget, because especially paid advertising online can be very costly, and you always have to think about your return on investment from the beginning. So think about how many leads you want, what is your conversion rate, how much you want to pay for lead, and then from there you can use different tools like Facebook ads, Google ads, Instagram, and any other sources in order to generate these leads. However, if you don't think about your return on investment, it's very easy to get trapped and to think that either your advertising doesn't work, or it works but actually it doesn't, it's not profitable for you. So it becomes very difficult to actually track. So measuring the right KPIs from the beginning is very important, especially when you're dealing with online pay-per-click type of advertising. One very important thing is also not to rely on one source. So users, let's say if you're selling only on Amazon, have also think about other places where you could be selling your products, because if, let's say, Amazon changes its rules or there is a competitive product there that, let's say, they start selling, suddenly you might be lost without anything. So think about what other channels you can have. If all your traffic is coming from YouTube, what about if YouTube changes its algorithms, or there is another creator who comes in and creates better content than you? You must always think that nothing is stable, especially in the online world, is very volatile. So you have to have multiple platforms, multiple sources to generate your traffic. Also, very important part is that there is no such thing as free traffic. If you've watched, actually there is like an online course for beginners here as a playlist on my channel. I urge you to check this one. There I explained that actually there is no such thing as free traffic. For example, if, let's say, you think social media is free, that's not free marketing. It's paid with your time, when you take to respond, to make posts, comments, to write personalized messages. It actually takes a lot of time, and it's definitely not free. Same as SEO, search engine optimization, it takes even more time and also technical knowledge. So never underestimate the value of time. So especially if you want to have a more systematic type of business and advertising, really think about how much time it takes you, how much money you are investing, and what's your return on investment from the beginning. Step number 4. So now we are going into another stage. Until now we were in the before stage. Let's say you have done the right thing, you have selected good audience, you have crafted a good message for each of the personas, you have targeted them with different online or offline sources, and now they come to you. Then what happens? The step there is actually to capture leads. And this is one of the most underestimated parts. Many businesses, especially e-commerce, will say like, well, I just sell products, I don't need to capture any leads. Wrong. Because 90% of the people, when they come on a website, they are not ready to buy. Maybe they're just researching, maybe they're just checking things out, but 90% of the customers are actually not going to purchase something today. However, if you keep them as a lead, let's say if you get their personal email, phone number or address or something, that way to reconnect with them, then you are having a second chance. The more contact points you have with the user, without pestering them, of course, the bigger chances they actually get to buy from you. So having reminders, using remarketing, for example, so it can be remarketing people who watched your videos, people who saw your page, who actually put something in the cart but didn't check out. These all can be used in order for you to remind of your existence to the customers, because everybody has a very busy life. But if you capture leads, then it's even better, because then you can really be very, very personalized. You can actually send them emails, you can nurture them and actually help them with information until they're ready to buy. One analogy is that a lot of marketers are hunters and others are farmers. You want to be a farmer. You don't want to go as a hunter, hunt the person who is not ready to buy, cold call them, pester them, harass them with emails, and wonder why it's not working out. First, it's not an enjoyable process. Second, it will get you bad reputation. And third, probably it's not going to work long term. So therefore, adopt a farmer mentality. So this nurturing part, we can say, is step number 5, when you are really giving as much information as possible to this person who has subscribed. Especially if you're using PPC marketing, most of the time people won't be ready to buy, and because you're paying for click, it looks as if you're not making any money. However, the best way is to collect emails first, or just get them to subscribe. This can be done, let's say, by offering some kind of free value. Let's say a lot of e-commerces will have on their website a voucher if you subscribe to their newsletter. And this newsletter usually is just sending you more products and discounts and other things, and the next discount and the next discount, and then you keep coming to the website, you discover more things, because from one browse it's very likely that you don't see the full inventory. Then we come to step number 6, which is the actual sale. So for the actual sale to happen, of course, there's all these factors and steps that you have taken in advance. You see that we are at step number 6 and the person hasn't even bought yet. So it's a long journey, especially if you think of a marketing plan, if you think of your own behavior. It takes time for a person to make a decision, especially when there are so many other options and things, and especially if your product is not something that they need immediately, which is the case with many businesses. So think about what will make someone to actually take the final step. Would it be a sale or discount? I would not recommend you to go on the path of constant discounting, because this is something that will actually deprive a little bit your product. You kind of get people addicted, so they don't even consider the opportunity they're going to buy something full price if you're constantly offering great discounts. So think about resisting this strategy. Think about more offering a bundle. Let's say now for special moment, like it's a different price, but you get 3 more products that have their total value is 50% more. But now for a limited amount of time, you can get this bundle. So this is a better way rather than just discounting randomly products and slashing their price tags. Another way is assuring, giving guarantees, giving unlimited support, unlimited access to education, or unlimited course, something else that will be available for them whenever they need it. These kind of things, value adds, are very helpful when a user is trying to make the final decision. And even though they sound as not that much or may be difficult for you to think of, you might be thinking, well, I don't want unlimited support, that will cost me a lot. Thinking of this, that maybe the customer would never even use this unlimited support. Maybe they use it once or twice, but this helps them to feel more secure, to feel more trust in you, and essentially to feel that they are dealing with someone who is honest with them. So this is why it's important to offer this kind of things at the stage when a decision is being made. Step number 7, providing a world-class experience. This is really important because we are in such a world where there's so much competition and it's so easy to give up, so easy to have something else. The next best thing is popping up around the corner, and it's so easy to get frustrated. People who are impatient, they're curious, and they're very demanding. So this is so important for them to have a really great experience. And this can be small things like just reducing the friction, accepting more payment methods, making sure that all your cashier and point of sale devices are working, that you're taking different types of payment methods, that the checkout is easy and very reliable, making sure that they get what they want, even though they buy what they need. By this I mean that you advertise, let's say, the things that are good for them, that they rationally believe that they need the thing for, but you sell them what they actually need. One example would be, let's say you are buying a very expensive education package. What you actually are rationally buying is, let's say, yeah, I want to get salary increase, I want to have a world-class education degree, I want to study this and this and this and that subject. But essentially what you need is, let's say, maybe you want to spend a year away, you want to live in a different country, maybe you want to change your life. So in a way you give them what they need as an experience, but you sell them what they think that they want, so that they can rationalize their purchase. You know that people make decisions emotionally, but they need your support in order for them to rationalize what they're doing, not to feel stupid, not to feel that they are not really doing the right decision. Here is a good moment to think about a system for your business, especially when it comes to delivery. People are expecting fast delivery, they're expecting preciseness, they're expecting accuracy, they're expecting really timeliness, and they're very impatient. So if you have checked, another book which I can recommend you is called The E-Myth. This is specifically talking about businesses that are creating systems. So the idea is that you almost outsource everything so that you are not an employee for your own business. You are orchestrating the whole process, but let's say all this wonderful world-class experience is provided because you have created the right systems and you have applied maybe outsourcing some stuff, you are using certain fulfillers or suppliers or other help, but this is creating this recurring wonderful high-end experience which users value. Looking at step number 8, which is increasing customer lifetime value. So understanding how much is the potential of this customer to repurchase, to refer, to have like their own full value for you. So it's not one sale, but maybe they have much more that they are going to buy from you if you offer them the right services and products over time. This is a very tricky step, and this kind of world-class experience is helping you so much from the previous step there. Especially, for example, if you start with a free trial. See how many brands start with a free trial and end up having so much churn after that, just because their value is not great, their experience is not great. So what you want is to maybe have this free trial, but make your product so good that people don't want to leave it. Think about Netflix. They start with a 1-month free trial, but how difficult it is to leave. Or think about also Stadia or other kind of evolving games platforms. They are making the product so good and so addictive that it's very difficult for you to leave after the free trial is over. So you can think of other things apart from that. You can think of upsell, cross-sell, what other products people are gonna need. And finally, stage number 9 is getting referrals. This is the part where a lot of businesses actually miss out, and this is the referral stage. So from these raving fans, from these people who are happy with your service, you can get much more people like this because they know similar people. Then at this stage, asking for referrals is one thing that a lot of businesses miss. Like simply asking the people that are happy with your services, just say, instead of, do you know somebody, you have to ask them precisely what type of person that you are looking for. If you just say, do you know someone who could probably would like to have this service, then it's not gonna be that great idea, because person would usually say, well, I'll think about it, maybe I know someone, maybe I don't. But if you say that you have a very specific free course or a webinar or an event which is specifically for students who have left their bachelor degree right now, so they want to do a master's and they're hesitating whether to do a gap year or to do a master's degree, and you have this online webinar which is explaining about the differences, maybe you have some friends who are interested in this. Well, this is very precise. This is not somebody, this is people who are interested in particular type of content, and they're very more likely to be interested in your product. So in a way, you can also use your persona and targeting from step 1, even for getting referrals. Before someone buys from you, they don't know how good your product is, but they know how good your marketing is. So focus on the marketing. Think yourself as the marketer, even if you are responsible for other things. Actually going through this whole journey from step 1 to 9, you understand that marketing is actually a supporting part and vital part of your whole business, of the whole experience and journey from the beginning to the end until getting referrals. During the whole funnel, you have actually your marketing coming in, and this is how you win people. Of course, after that, this is your responsibility to live up to the expectations. So never actually overpromise and underdeliver. Overpromise, overdeliver. This is all from me for today. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe to this channel, and I will include a PDF with the blueprint of the 9 steps that you can download from a link below the video. I'll be back with a new video next week, so please subscribe to this channel and let's stay in touch.